we're getting in some breaking inputs. We're now learning that the Supreme Court Collegium has recommended the elevation of Andhra Pradesh Chief Justice Prashant Kumar Mishra and Senior Advocate K.V. Vishwanathan as judges of the Supreme Court. The resolution comes a day after the retirement of Justice M.R. Shah and Dinesh Maheshwari. Senior Advocate Vishwanathan is notably one of the main counsels for the petitioners in the same-sex marriages plea. He is also the amicus curiae in the pleas challenging the extension given to the tenure of Sanjay Mishra as the director of the Enforcement Directorate. This is indeed a crucial and significant decision. If the recommendation of the Collegium is accepted by the government, Vishwanathan, upon the retirement of Justice J.B. Pardiwala, which is all set to take place in 2030, will become the Chief Justice of India and will remain in the post till 2031. This is as per reports. Let's try and get in some confirmation on these reports from our legal correspondent, Ananya Bhatnagar, who's joining me on the phone line. Ananya, if you could throw more light on Mr. Vishwanathan and the other K.V. Vishwanathan and Justice Prashant Kumar Mishra as well, and tell us more about why this is a very significant decision.
Well, Akansha, this is a very significant decision that the Collegium has taken, and two more appointments has been recommended. And in fact, these elevations have been recommended by the Supreme Court Collegium days after the retirement of Justice M.R. Shah and Justice Dinesh Maheshwari. And remember that in the vacations itself, there would be various vacancies that would be created at the Supreme Court, and that's the reason why, in fact, a boost is being given to the topmost court of the country so that it can operate on its final and the fullest strength. Now, Mr. P.K. Mishra is currently serving as, in fact, the chief of one of the high courts in the country, and K.V. Vishwanathan is a senior advocate and is a very, very renowned advocate. He had, in fact, argued for the petitioners in the same-sex constitution bench and had given out a very clear argument on the adoption principles that could be adopted when, if at all, a same-sex couple is granted a legal recognition to marriage, and how they can actually adopt a child. Apart from that, K.V. Vishwanathan has also been the amicus curiae in a very, very important case, which was relating to, in fact, the extension of tenure that was given to Mr. Sanjay Mishra, who is currently serving as the director of the Enforcement Directorate. He has also been a part of various important matters across the country. He is a senior advocate and has now been elevated directly from the bar to the bench, but it is all subject to the approval from the central government. And with these two appointments, if at all these are cleared, K.V. Vishwanathan could be the next Chief Justice in 2030 because according to the seniority, by the time he attains his age of 65, that is the retirement age of judges, he will be eligible to become the Chief Justice of India. And if at all the central government clears the name in appropriate time, then he will have the chance to actually be elevated as the Chief Justice of India as well. So definitely a very, very important elevations taking place, and this, but it is to be seen as to whether...
Ananya, important to highlight how the Collegium has in fact gone on to say that the sanctioned strength of judges is 34, whereas the functioning number is 32 at the moment.
Well, yes, it is 32 at the moment, and it would functionally decrease by the time we come back from the summer vacations of the topmost court of the country, because three more judges are set to retire during these vacations, including Justice K.M. Joseph and Justice Ajay Rastogi. So definitely this is a big boost to the Collegium, to the Supreme Court. And importantly, K.V. Vishwanathan and P.K. Mishra's appointment would serve as a very, very experience on the bench as well, because one of them is serving as the Chief Justice of one of the high courts in the country, and another is a very, very renowned advocate. And interestingly, the name of K.V. Vishwanathan was actually recommended last year as well, but there was a rift in the Collegium which could not actually process that particular, when the Collegium was headed by the then Chief Justice of India, UU Lalit, there was a rift that happened, and it was the same Chief Justice of India, Dr. Dhananjay Yashwant Chanchud, and Justice S. Abdul Nazir, who had opposed the name of Mr. Vishwanathan to be for the elevation. But now, again, the Collegium recommendation has come in, and his name has now been sent as for an elevation to the topmost of the country.
All right, many thanks to you, Ananya Bhatnagar, for putting that into perspective for